By the time John Smith walks in with a ZL1 Camaro, John Smith's sold. The video did the talking. I don't have to do any talking. I just get his money. Give shit away. Give stuff away. This all ties into making people feel like $1 million. All right, that all goes into the marketing game. If you're not marketing your business and you're not marketing effectively, you are dead. You're not going to make it. And guys like me and other successful shops and shop owners are going to take all of your business, and you're going to wonder why. Then you're going to be working for guys like me. Guys, thanks for checking out the podcast. Again, this is episode 2 of The Battered Mechanic. If you go over to episode 1, which we'll put a link in the video on, you're going to learn all about what is the battered mechanic, who the hell am I, why are you going to listen to a guy like me, what my background is, and why I think you'll find great, tremendous value in these podcast episodes. Again, make sure you subscribe. Most of the people who are going to run across this podcast are not going to be subscribed to this channel. By subscribing to the Florida High Performance YouTube channel, you are not only going to help us grow, you're going to help us spread the word, you're going to help us connect with shop owners and employees just like you, right, that are looking for this information, that are longing for a guy like me who's in the trenches with guys like you to talk about our experiences, right? Because at the end of the day, who do we have? Nobody. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Okay, nobody going to pat you in the ass and say, hey, you're doing great, right? So we really got to turn to one another. And that's exactly what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to share my wisdom. I'm going to share my experiences. You may not agree with everything I have to say, but that's okay, right? And make sure you're commenting. I am going to answer your comments. Future episodes, we're going to do like a Q&A kind of deal where you ask a question and I answer it best I can. All right, guys, so comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate it. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the 3 things every shop owner should be doing right now, 2024, to succeed. All right, and this is only 3 things. There's a million other things that you should be doing, but these are the 3 things that I sat down and I kind of wrote down on paper that a lot of guys are, believe it or not, are missing. That is the direct reason why they're either not making any money or they're going home on Friday with nothing in their pocket or whatever the case is. Okay, guys, let's get right into it. So. First things first, let's talk about customer service. This is a big one. All right. Again, I own a performance shop. I know all about it. I have thousands of customers. I have customers that are out of state. I have customers across the world. Believe it or not, I've got customers in Australia. Crazy enough. All right. We got to take care of our customers. Okay. And again, this is a big topic. There's a lot of meat and potatoes to that comment. All right. But there's one that everybody misses that you really got to focus on. And that's being responsive to your inquiries and your quotes and people's emails and phone calls. Guys, I have people come to me that to this day that say, you know why I chose Florida High Performance? You know why I chose Florida High Performance? You're the only guy who called me back. It's crazy. You want to know what my competitive advantage is? I call people back. It's simple, right? You think, well, that's basic. Yes. 99% of shop owners out there do not call people back. They don't answer DMs and Instagram. They don't answer emails. They don't send quotes in a timely fashion. That's a big one, which I don't understand. You literally have somebody calling you, wants you to work on their car. They're begging for a quote and you're not sending it to them. You need to send it to them now. Okay. I wake up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning sometimes to dedicate an hour or two to follow up on emails, following up on quotes, making sure the customers are happy, going through my comments on YouTube. That's a big one, right? That kind of plays into, being responsive. Guys, if you're not doing it, you're dead. Okay. Because what's going to happen is you might think, oh, they'll wait. I'm really good. No, they're not. Believe me, they're emailing you and they're emailing 10 different guys to do the same thing. Okay. And typically early bird gets the worm, right? Typically the first or second people who respond to their inquiries are going to get that job. All right. So don't rest on your laurels. Don't think because you're the baddest motherfucker on the planet that these guys are just going to give you their money. They're not. Okay. Strike while the iron is hot. So get up early in the morning. Okay. Quit being lazy. Get up early, answer the emails, make it a priority. I wake up in the morning, as I said early, and I say, all right, today I'm going to answer, the emails that I got late last night from customers. And I go one by one by one. That way, by the time I've had my coffee and by the time I drive into the shop, those people already have messages or replies waiting in their inbox. People love that. It's like Christmas, right? You wake up in the morning, you're a customer, you have a car, you're really excited about it, and you have a response from the shop owner. Oh my God, it's like opening a gift. It really is. That's sort of part of that psychological thing that these customers are going to experience, and that they're just going to gravitate towards your business, right? Oh my God, he actually responded to my email. Oh my goodness, he actually returned my phone call. Oh wow, it's 6:30 in the morning and I have a quote in my inbox. I'm telling you guys, it's very powerful stuff. So be prompt. Don't wait for them to call you. If they have to call you back once or twice to try to get a quote, you're going to lose that customer. I'll tell you right now. All right. And I don't care if it's 3:00 in the morning. Get your ass up and respond to the email. Just do it. And I promise you it'll pay dividends. I've been doing that for 22 years. Okay. You want to know why I'm successful? You know why Florida High Performance is what it is? Because I answer people's emails and I do it promptly and I do it as soon as possible. Now, it's not always going to be the case. You know, I might be out with my wife on a Friday night, and there are times when you should put the phone down. There are times when you should stay away from your emails. Yes, of course. I'm not saying you have to completely obsess over responding to people right away. You know, there's also, and we'll talk about later episodes, training your customers. Also, there's a fine line between, having space and also responding in a timely fashion. So you have to sort of figure that out and what works for you, but don't go 2 or 3 days. Don't let it go 2 or 3 days before you respond to somebody's email or a quote, okay? You wonder why you're not getting jobs. You're not getting jobs because you're not calling customers back, period. All right? Take care of your customers. Make them feel like $1 million. All right? You want to get a guy in and drop his car off at your shop and you want to differentiate your shop from everybody else. Make them feel good. All right? Give them a shirt. Give them a hat. Call them back. Tell them the car looks good. I don't care if it's hot pink and has goofy wheels on it or whatever. Say, hey, that's a cool car. It's maybe not my taste, but hey, I'm glad you like it and I'm glad you're here and we appreciate your business. Make them feel good about themselves. These people are wanting to spend money that they really don't need to be spending with you. Earn that. All right. So it's not only being prompt in your communication with them, but, make them feel special. There's so many shop owners out there that think that you're doing them a favor by existing. That is not the case. It's the opposite. All right. You exist to serve them. Again, this all always comes with, another side, which is, you are the business owner and they do need to sort of follow the way you do things. And there's that. And we'll talk more about that. But guys, make your customers feel like $1 million. Make them feel special. Make them feel like of the thousands of customers that you have, they're number one. Do that. And there's a lot of ways to do that. I talked about giving them a shirt. There's so many people out there. It's funny. They, a guy spends $10,000, $20,000 with you and then you charge him $20 for a shirt. Give him the shirt. You don't think that guy's going to wear that thing to a car show and 40 people are going to see it and they're going to call you or DM you or search you or Google you? Guys, don't be short-sighted. I assure you, a guy spends $10, $25, whatever $1,000 at your shop and you charge him $20 for a shirt on the invoice, he's never coming back. Okay, it's embarrassing. Don't do that. All right? Provide solutions. This is a big one. You want more clients. You want more customers. All right? Provide solutions. And providing solutions can be as simple as clearing a check engine light for somebody. You may be busy. We're all busy, right? We have a lot of things going on. And I get a lot of these phone calls with guys that are like, I got a noise. I have a check engine light. I have a stutter at idle or whatever the case is. Some of these people are guys that own cars that I didn't even work on. Don't be short-sighted. Again, you got to think long-term, right? We're in this for 20, 30, 40 years, sometimes longer, right? This is a business we're running to make money, to be around, to take care of our families, to build a brand. Don't be short-sighted. That guy today that needs a check engine light cleared and needs that solution might be a $20,000 job 6 months from now. It happens all the time, okay? Provide solutions. Some people out there provide solutions in the form of products, right? You manufacture stuff. We provide a service with tuning and modifying engines and stuff. So we provide a mechanical service, right? But provide a service, right? So tonight when you're sitting on the couch watching TV or doing whatever you're doing and you're thinking about, well, what sort of solutions do we provide our customers? Well, you should have definitive answers and definitive solutions that you offer these people, whatever that is. So that's a big one, guys. Rule number 1, you want to be successful in the car business. Take care of your customers. Treat them like gold. Respond to emails. Respond to phone calls. Call people back. As simple as it seems, nobody does it, I assure you. You do that, you'll be ahead of 99% of your competition. 2, take care of your customers. Make them feel like $1 million. All right? And 3, guys, provide solutions. At the end of the day, that's what businesses are there for, right? To provide a solution. That's all these people are looking for, and they're willing to pay you handsomely if you can do that in an effective, timely fashion. All right, guys. Now, let's talk about rule number 2, right? If you want to be successful in this business as a shop owner. Rule number 2, market, market, market. This is a huge one that people miss. And it may seem like, oh, I market, I put stickers on Joe Smith's car. I go to the car show every Friday night. No, you're missing it. You're missing it. Social media is a must. As bad as it can be in certain areas, and as much as sometimes it can hurt a shop, it can also grow your business tremendously. Instagram, YouTube, Reels, Shorts. If you're not doing those things as a shop owner, if you're not pimping your brand and promoting your brand on social media, you are not going to make it. Older guys out there, guys have been doing it for 20, 30 years in this business. Guys, listen, I'm talking to you, okay? The young guys coming up, the young mechanics coming up, the guys that are opening these new shops, guess what? They're out hustling you, and they're not doing it in the shop. They're doing it on social media. I assure you, they're killing you, okay? Look, you're watching a podcast on my YouTube channel. Guys, go watch the YouTube stuff we're putting out, right? Why are we doing that? Why do I spend thousands and thousands of dollars a month? Because there's a massive return on investment, right? When I'm talking about growing your brand, you have to market, all right? So let's look at social media, right? First thing you want to do, look at what's free. Instagram is free. It's completely free. Now, what you do with your Instagram page, well, there's a lot of ways to go there. How active you are on social media platforms that are free, that's up to you. I would say be as active as you can be. Post every day, and post quality content. Some of these guys are posting these YouTube videos and these shorts and these reels on Instagram where, they're holding the camera in their face and it's blurry and it's goofy. That's a direct reflection of your brand, right? Invest time and money and effort into the videos, into the content you're creating. I'm a believer in quality over quantity. Right? My YouTube channel doesn't have 5,000 videos. It's got 40, 50 something videos by this point that are all 10 to 20 to 30 minutes long. It's not for everybody, but the quality is there, the quality of the content. So the subscribers on my channel are guys that really care about what we're talking about and are there to learn and who are really vested in the brand. Right? So it's not only being on social media and marketing, but it's marketing effectively and putting quality of content out there. Who the hell wants to watch dog shit quality content? So guys, be on social media, and we'll talk about this more in future episodes, but you're looking at it. It works. Okay. So market. Paid advertising. A lot of you guys are sitting on your wallets and you're wondering why nobody's coming in the door. You need to pay for advertising. All right. Get on the bandwagon. Pay for ads. Google ads, Instagram ads, promote your reels, promote your shorts, take an ad out in the paper, go rent a spot for your tent at a car show, pay money, pay to advertise. Rule of thumb, I want to see 4 times ROI on my advertising dollars. If I spend $1,000 on a video, it better make me $4,000 at least over the next X amount of months, years, days, whatever it is. And now that doesn't have to happen overnight. Marketing is something that takes time. Yeah, you might post something on Instagram and get a job out of it tomorrow. That's rare that happens, but it could. Those are awesome when it does happen. But look at marketing as sort of like planting a tree, right? You plant the seed, you water the seed, you take care of it, and over time, this tree is going to grow. And that tree is going to bear fruit for the next 10, 15, 20 years. That's how you have to approach marketing, right? You're not going to get rich overnight. It's not going to, it's not going to be a short-term thing. Some of it can be, but what you want to be investing your money in are the long-term strategies, like a YouTube channel, like good quality content that you're putting out maybe on your website, and videos that people are going to watch for the next 10, 15, 20 years that are going to come and do business with you, right? So if you're going to pay for advertising, make sure that those dollars are being put into something that is going to be an investment to the future of the brand, to the future of your shop, that are going to bring customers in long after the video has been put online. All right. And if you want a good example of what I'm talking about, click some other videos on this YouTube channel. I'm not afraid to say it. Jared, my video guy, and the people that I have involved in the videos we put out, very, very high end, very high quality. And I promise you it pays dividends. I have videos that I've posted 2 years ago that are paying me to this day, that are attracting new, fresh clientele into the door. And what's great about those videos and the content we're putting out, because it's such high quality, is the job's already sold. By the time John Smith walks in with a ZL1 Camaro, John Smith's sold. The video did the talking. I don't have to do any talking. I just get his money. And it goes back to step number one, right? John Smith sends an estimate and says, hey, Eric, I saw your video. How much is it to do a head cam swap? John Smith gets an estimate right then and there. I don't make John Smith wait 2 days or 3 days or 5 hours. John Smith wants to spend money now. So the marketing sort of goes back to step number one, right? If you don't do number one, when you do number two, which is the marketing, you're dead. Okay, guys? So give shit away. Give stuff away. This all ties into making people feel like $1 million. All right, that all goes into the marketing game. If you're not marketing your business and you're not marketing effectively, you are dead. You're not going to make it. And guys like me and other successful shops and shop owners are going to take all of your business, and you're going to wonder why. Then you're going to be working for guys like me. Okay? So step two, market, market, market. Don't be afraid to market. Step three, guys. Step three. This is a big one. And this is a learned skill. I'm going to tell you that right now. It took me 22 years to figure this out, but this is a big one. I want you to listen to this one. Step number three of being a successful shop owner. Learn to say no. Learn to say no. No is extremely powerful. No is more powerful than saying yes. And that may seem like a confusing statement to some. I can tell you right now, saying yes to everything is actually costing you money. It is hurting your bottom line. Let me explain. I used to say yes. I was a yes man. Everybody, yes, yes, yes. And sometimes early on when you're starting a business, you're starting a shop, you might have to. And we're going to talk about this in future episodes. We're going to talk about starting a shop and getting into the game and maybe having to say yes to everything. That's fine. I'm talking about established shops, guys that are already in business, guys sitting watching this video that already have a shop that are wondering, why you keep losing money on the back end or why these jobs aren't paying off or whatever it is. It's because you should be saying no to those jobs. Okay. First of all, know what you do really well and know what you don't do very well. You have to differentiate between the two. There's so many guys out there that run shops that try to do everything. It's the biggest mistake you can make. There's something called opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the money you're not making over here because you're taking on something over here, right? Something you should have said no on. You might have a customer that calls you with a vehicle that's sort of outside of your scope, an older vehicle, let's say. Like, for instance, I work on late model General Motors vehicles. Okay, so I might have a guy call me that says, hey, I got a 2002 Camaro. How much to do this, that, and the other? Most likely, I'm going to say no. And it's not because I can't work on a 2002 Camaro. It's because the 2022 ZL1s I have sitting on the floor that need to get finished are now not going to get done because I'm over here screwing with the oldest computer that GM's made in these late model Camaros, trying to get this thing dialed in, trying to put parts on a car that's clapped out. You know what I'm talking about. All right. And the entire time I'm cursing myself, the entire time I'm hemorrhaging money on this job, the opportunity cost of doing this stupid job that I shouldn't have taken on in the first place is God knows how much money over here because I'm not working on the jobs that I'm really good at that are profitable, right? I should have said no. Learn to say no. Once you get really good at it, I love saying no. People call me all the time. Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? No, I'm sorry. I can't take that on. It's not what we do. It took me a long time to figure that out. And since I've learned to say no, and since I've sort of implemented this no thing into my operation at the shop, we're busier than ever. The jobs we're taking on are our bread and butter jobs. It's what we're good at. They're profitable. And I'm not over inundated or disturbed or bothered by or distracted by these jobs that I just shouldn't have taken on in the first place. Learn to say no to customers. Learn to vet customers effectively. If a guy calls you up and he's already an expert at everything that he's trying to, that you're an expert at, you get people that call you to try to tell you how things go, or they were on the internet, they were on the forums, and they know more than you do. Vet those people out. You don't want to deal with those people. I'm telling you right now. Tell them no. And I know it's hard. It's Friday and the bills are due and payroll's due and rent's due and you got $0 in a bank account. I get it. I've been there. It's hard to say no. You have to, because I assure you, if you don't, all right, that situation you're in financially is going to get worse. And it may not seem like it today, but it will. I promise you, it'll bite you in the ass. You'll get money in the bank account today because you took the stupid job on, and you're going to lose it 2 weeks from now. I promise you. You're losing money. You just don't know why. You don't see it. It's because you're not saying no. That being said, you should also, when you say no to people, go back to step one, which was provide a solution. Okay. Guy calls me up and says, I've got a 2002 Camaro. I want you to do a head cam swap on it. And I say, Mr. Jones, I'm sorry. I can't. It's not really what we do anymore. Provide Mr. Jones with a solution. As I said, that's going to make Mr. Jones feel like $1 million. You see how this is all tied in? This is all part of that process, that 3-step process of being successful, right? One kind of leads into the other. Provide a solution. Mr. Jones might be able to take his Camaro to somebody else who you know in the business who's more suited to do that type of work, who can do a good job for Mr. Jones. And guess what? Mr. Jones is going to love you for that. You've provided a solution to him. It may not be you, but you've sent him to a shop who's going to do a great job, who is going to take care of him, who follows the same rules that you do as a successful shop owner. And guess what's going to happen? This is exactly what's going to happen. Mr. Jones, 6 months from now, is going to be driving around. He's going to trade in a 2002 Camaro for a 2021 ZL1. And guess who he's going to go to? He's not going to go to the shop that did the 2002 Camaro. He's going to go back to you, because he knows that you are the original guy that he wanted to have done the work done. He knows now that you focus on that late model stuff or whatever it is that you do. He knows that you are the expert in that field. And guess what? He's going to remember that you provided a solution, that you weren't a dick, all right, that you didn't make fun of him on the phone, that you didn't belittle his car because it's not something you work on. You said, Mr. Jones is not what we do, but XYZ Performance down the street does a great job. He'd be happy to take that job on. Give him a call. Tell him I sent you. And hey, listen, when you get that new Camaro down the road, come see me. I'd love to work with you. And guess what? He's going to do that. So again, guys, don't be short-sighted, okay? Learning to say no might not be a bad thing. It might be a good thing. You might save your ass and save their ass, and guess what? They're going to come back to you 6 months from now, and they're going to spend money with you anyway. And this time it's going to be profitable, and you're not going to lose money. So guys, again, these are 3 steps that if you implement right now in your business, right now, I assure you, you will see a return on investment. You will see a change in the bottom line. You will see an uptick in business. You will have customers that are more satisfied. You will get more positive reviews. People will say better things about you online. And at the end of the day, the bottom line, the bank account, and the overall cash flow and the operation of the business will improve, I assure you. Okay? Guys are missing these 3 main points. And I know they seem pretty basic. I know they seem, pretty common sense, but they're not. And I'm telling you, shop owners are missing it. And I see it all the time, and I take advantage of those things. And that's what has built successful shop, Florida High Performance. Guys, I'd love to hear from you. This is episode 2. We just covered the 3 things that successful shop owners are doing and what you should be doing. I'd love to hear from you. I'm sure you all have some feedback. You have some, maybe some ideas of things that help you be successful. I'd love to hear them. And I'd love to bring up in future episodes. If you found what I had to say useful, make sure you're liking and subscribing, and make sure you're going to follow for future episodes. Guys, that's all I have to say. This is episode 2 of The Battered Mechanic. And just keep in mind, guys, at the end of the day, remember, it's never easy. It's always hard. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks, guys.